A wink across worlds. How one word from Erika Slezak brought 50 years of soap history to General Hospital. A whisper really almost lost between camera takes and stage lights at ABC Studios. The word was home. Erika Slezak, the six-time daytime Emmy-winning legend of One Life to Live, had said it softly while visiting the General Hospital set one afternoon. She hadn't planned to say it, nor did she realize that in that one moment, she would bridge two worlds that had lived parallel lives for over half a century. Her visit was meant to be nostalgic, a quiet tour through the halls of a studio where daytime history had unfolded. But that word, home, would ignite something inside writers, actors, and fans alike. It would start a creative ripple that would soon bring together characters, memories, and the very soul of daytime storytelling. And so began a tale that would weave through time, loss, love, and redemption, linking Llanview and Port Charles in ways no one could have imagined. It all started with a phone call. "Erika, this is Frank Valentini," the General Hospital executive producer said over the line, his voice charged with quiet excitement. "We're planning something special for our 60th year. I'd love to have you join us." Erika paused, considering. The name Frank Valentini carried history. He had been her producer on One Life to Live for years before taking the reins at GH. Their creative bond was deep, unspoken, built on decades of storytelling. "Frank," she said gently, "it's been a long time since Llanview. What could I possibly bring to Port Charles now?" Frank smiled, even though she couldn't see it. "You could bring a heartbeat, Erika. You always did." And that was that. A few weeks later, Erika Slezak, or rather, her iconic alter ego Victoria Lord Buchanan, stepped into the fictional world of General Hospital. The script called for a brief cameo, a mysterious woman visiting the Quartermain mansion under the pretense of an old legal connection. Nothing major, a nod for longtime fans. But no one expected what would come next. The day of filming arrived. The set buzzed with energy, cast and crew whispering about the legend among them. Erika's presence was almost ethereal. Dressed in a tailored navy suit, her signature poise and elegance radiated even before cameras rolled. She carried the aura of Vicky Lord, dignified, warm, and deeply human. Her first scene was with Jane Elliott, Tracy Quartermain. The two daytime powerhouses faced each other, and time seemed to fold. "Mrs. Buchanan," Tracy said, narrowing her eyes. "To what do we owe the pleasure of this unexpected reunion?" Erika smiled faintly. "Just tying up a few threads," she replied. "You'd be surprised how often threads between Port Charles and Llanview get tangled." The line was meant as a wink, but the audience, the writers, and the universe itself seemed to take it literally. That scene, that moment, sparked something extraordinary. During rehearsal, as the cameras reset for another take, Erika leaned against the polished bar in the Quartermain living room set. The crew bustled around, resetting props, adjusting lights. Jane Elliott, always curious, asked softly, "Do you ever miss it, Erika?" "Llanview." Erika smiled wistfully, gazing at the framed photos on the fake mantle. "Miss it? Sometimes I still live there. It's home." There it was, that one word, home. Frank Valentini, standing behind the monitor, froze. The writers nearby glanced at each other. The sound technician mouthed the word like it was something sacred. Home. That single word triggered a creative storm. Within days, the GH writers' room was alive with a spark they hadn't felt in years. The concept of home, the soul of One Life to Live, began seeping into General Hospital's scripts in ways both subtle and profound. The next episode drafts contained Easter eggs, a reference to a powerful editor from Llanview, a mysterious foundation funding General Hospital's renovations, and talk of old friends from Pennsylvania. It was as if Erika's single word had opened a portal between two soap worlds. A month later, Port Charles started to feel different. Fans noticed first. "Why is there a banner news headline on Tracy's tablet?" One wrote online. "Isn't that Vicky Lord's paper?" Then came the arrival of a young woman named Natalie Banks, a new investigative journalist played by Melissa Archer, reprising her OLTL role. She showed up in town looking for information about a secret trust connected to Landfair. Cue the collective gasp from soap fandom. Vicky Lord's mansion, Landfair, was back in the story. Not as nostalgia, but as canon. Natalie's scenes with Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, were electric. Two women from two worlds, both fierce, both searching for truth. I've been digging into the foundation funding this hospital, Natalie said. And all trails lead back to Landview. Sam leaned forward, suspicious. Why would someone from your world care about ours? Because, Natalie replied with a smile, we're not as separate as we thought. The writers couldn't stop. Soon, crossovers multiplied. Blair Kramer, Cassie DePaiva, reappeared, now revealed as the silent investor behind the Savoy nightclub. Nora Buchanan, Hilary B. Smith, returned as the new district attorney of Port Charles. And Todd Manning, in a brilliant twist, was referenced in connection with a secret media empire that had been influencing GH's storyline from behind the scenes. Each appearance, each mention, felt like a puzzle piece clicking into place. But the emotional core of it all was Vicky Lord. Erika Slezak's short-term appearance blossomed into a recurring arc. Her character wasn't just visiting. She was investigating something dark beneath the city's polished surface, a financial trail connecting the old Buchanan enterprises to General Hospital itself. You see, Vicky explained to Carly Corinthos' Laura Wright, in one unforgettable scene, money has memory. It remembers where it came from, even across worlds. The fans were obsessed. For months, social media lit up with hashtags like "and." It was more than a crossover, it was resurrection. The 50th anniversary storyline was crafted as a love letter to soap opera history. Frank Valentini and the writing team created The Legacy of Landfair, a multi-month arc where Vicky Lord, with help from Anna Devane, Laura Collins, and Sonny Corinthos, uncovered a conspiracy linking decades of family secrets, corruption, and love across both Port Charles and Landview. The twist? A mysterious figure named the Whisperer had been manipulating events across both towns for decades, forging wills, altering hospital records, and quietly erasing connections between the Buchanans, Quartermaines, and Cassadines. In the finale of the arc, Vicky delivered one of the most powerful monologues in daytime history, live, during the annual Nurses' Ball episode. Family isn't bound by blood or borders, she said, her voice trembling. It's the memory of every tear, every laugh, every home we've built, even those we've lost. Home is not a place. It's a heartbeat that keeps us all connected across worlds. There wasn't a dry eye on set. The audience reaction was explosive, millions of views, standing ovations online, even Emmy buzz. ABC received thousands of letters and emails after the arc aired. A woman from Ohio wrote, I started watching One Life to Live with my grandmother in 1975. Seeing Vicky on General Hospital felt like I got one last visit from her. Thank you for bringing her home. Another fan tweeted, that one word, home, meant more than 1,000 storylines. It reminded us why we love soaps, because they remember. It became clear that something deeper had been rekindled, not just nostalgia, but connection. Fans who had drifted away from daytime TV began tuning in again. Ratings climbed. ABC even announced a special streaming anthology series, A Wink Across Worlds, chronicling the shared universe of Landview, Port Charles, and Pine Valley, All My Children. Erika's spark had reignited an entire genre. In interviews, Erika Slezak remained characteristically humble. It wasn't planned, she said with a soft laugh on Good Morning America. I just said what I felt. Maybe that's what soap operas have always been about, feeling something real. Frank Valentini, sitting beside her, added, You can't fake legacy. Erika reminded us of that. Her one word brought heart back into the conversation. Writers credited the moment with restoring creative passion. Directors spoke about the renewed sense of collaboration. Even the younger cast members felt it. Tabiana Ali, Trina Robinson, said in an interview, working with someone like Erika felt like touching history. She showed us how storytelling can last beyond time. And for Erika, the experience became a full-circle moment. She had once carried the soul of one life to live. Now she had handed it, lovingly, to the next generation. The final scene of Erika's arc aired 6 months later. Vicki Lord stood outside General Hospital, looking at the city skyline as soft piano music played. The camera panned to reveal Anna Devane joining her. "Are you heading back to Landview?" Anna asked. Vicki smiled gently. "No, I think I'll stay a little while longer. Poor Charles feels like home now." Anna laughed. "Careful. People who come here rarely leave without a secret." Vicki turned toward her, eyes glinting with that timeless Slezak wisdom. "Then I suppose I'll fit right in." As she walked away, the screen faded to black, but not before she looked straight into the camera and gave a tiny, knowing wink. The credits rolled over a hauntingly familiar tune, the instrumental of One Life to Live's theme, seamlessly blending into General Hospital's current score. It was quite literally a wink across worlds. Months later, long after the arc ended, fans still quoted it. Writers still referenced it. Actors still smiled when recalling it. Because it wasn't about one show or another. It was about continuity, the heartbeat of storytelling that refuses to die. It was about home. One word. 6 letters. 50 years of history. And a wink that reminded millions that in the soap opera of life, every goodbye is just another beginning. In the grand tradition of daytime drama, the story of A Wink Across Worlds isn't just a fantasy crossover. It's a tribute. A tribute to the legacy of One Life to Live, the resilience of General Hospital, and the generations of actors, writers, and fans who have kept these worlds alive. Erika Slezak's influence transcends the screen. She didn't just play a character. She became the embodiment of the genre's heart, reminding us that even after decades, one word can still unite millions. And that word is, and always will be, home.